Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another series review. I just watched the 2-hour series finale of OUAT and I realized who the sorcerer really is, and I had an inkling of who that was, and of course we had a little nudge to Rapunzel, which I thought was very interesting. This episode was very multifaceted and extremely well written, especially when we figure out what the author did to himself, and he basically lets power corrupt him, and it twists him to write his own happy ending, which as an author that's breaking the cardinal rule of being an author. And after he does that, the quill has no use any longer. Its ability has dried up, for lack of a better term. And Henry, we find out that Henry is actually the new author. And at the end, when he's talking to the apprentice says, it's tempting to write in either book, the Once Upon a Time book or the Heroes and Villains book, which he undid with his own creative writing, his artistic license, when he said all of the evil that Isaac had done was recanted, and everything went back to normal. And I actually cried in this episode because I thought that Rumpel would turn completely dark, because we learned that the darkness in and of itself had to be tethered to a vessel to contain it, which in this case was Rumpelstiltskin. Of course, we know that from the past, from the former Dark One, and now Rumpel himself, and the apprentice uses the hat in order to usurp the darkness from him, and he restores his heart and preserves him, not really knowing if he will awaken or not. And this was a very good episode. I like to see all of the heroes become villains, and I wanted them to return to what they were. I was like Henry and Emma. What Emma does, I knew she would do it. I knew that she would take on the darkness, and it kind of reminded me of Neverending Story with the Nothing, and just that whole entire thing. But it was just very emotional, I thought, and probably the best episode they've written in a good long time, because, well, I always cry at episodes involving Belle and Rumpel anyway. And Belle, she is true and loyal to Rumpelstiltskin, and saying that she always loved him. She didn't love the knave. That was just something that I guess she was just reaching out at that point in time, and it was something to fill a void, I think, as a shipper of these two. It broke my heart to see him just in this state of vulnerability, and knowing that he may not come back, but I hope he does, because he's the main villain. If they're not going to have a main villain, who's going to be the main villain? Who's, I guess it'll be a villainess. It'll be Emma Swan this fall, but they're taking upon the Merlin arc, which I'm very excited for. I thought, oh, thank goodness, they're going to take on one of my favorite stories in the entire world. I don't know if they'll do Princess and the Frog. I highly doubt it. That they aren't going to go back into Wonderland, which dealt a little bit with Aladdin, which kind of saddens me. But it would be interesting to see if they would go into the realm of Princess and the Frog, because I would love to see a Dr. Facilier. I think that would be really amazing and incredible and awesome. Needless to say, I don't know, something tells me they won't, but just because they're going into Merlin and his tale, I'm wondering if we'll get to see Arthur. Hopefully we will, because we've seen Robin Hood, and I like Robin Hood's tale and how they incorporated it and all the other fairy tale characters. And I'm very interested in seeing what they're going to do in next season, but we gotta wait until fall. Too long! Oh well, we can wait. Till next time, live long and prosper. Ciao tutti!